Tag, very nice, very evil.
That's tag shit.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What up, Tag Nation, and welcome to another episode of Tag Me In with your boys, ScooterRay, and that handsome individual to my left, the heartthrob of the IWC, Jaeger Bombastic. So fantastic. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, sir. How about yourself?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Here to talk about this professional wrestling. And, you know, let's go ahead and just, first story. It happened last night, and why not go ahead and just bring it up? Mercedes Moné has officially captured her fifth, maybe sixth, depending on how you look at the Owen championship. So just to put it up there, here you go, people. She has the AEW TBS Championship, the NJPW Strong Women's Championship. Last night she won the CMLL World's Women's Championship, the Rare Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship, the EWA Women's Championship, and technically she is the Owen Hart Cup winner of 2025. So technically she is Moné six belt Moné, but 5 if you don't count the Owen. So that's something.
You know what? I couldn't think of a better time for Mercedes to win that than today. Well, last night, but today. By the way, happy Juneteenth, everybody. Yeah. This, and it's beautiful, and it's almost exactly what Kenny Omega did. Literally, like belt for belt.
Yep. Now, this is the thing.
Right.
Does she get that belt up off Toni Storm next month?
If she gets it off Toni Storm to make it an official, no question, 6 belts. Yeah, I'd be here for that. But please don't tell me you're going to try and unite the TBS and women's belt. Don't do that.
I don't think they will. I think they're going to still leave them separate because, they still have a pretty in-depth division.
Right.
But, at first when I was like, okay, she's winning all these championships, isn't it a little too much? But now I'm kind of here for it. I'm at the point to where it's like, why not? Why not let Mercedes win all the gold? Just why not? Let her just have it.
Give it all to her.
Give it all to her.
If you're gonna give it to somebody, then shit, just go ahead, give it to her.
Because not even only that, because if we're really being fair, she has probably been one of the best booked women in AEW like that.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's gotta ruffle some feathers.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, look, Mercedes, no issue with you having this. I don't see a problem with this. I think for your predecessors, though, it is unfortunate.
Yes, I can agree.
The timing is unfortunate. If they pulled the trigger on this, I guess now, while she was so hot right now. Had this whole arc been done in 2023 or last year even, I would have been like, no, this isn't the person that needs to be on this run, in my opinion. But right place, right time.
Well, and not only that too, but then if we're really being honest, it's not like she's not her. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
I've been on here many times by saying at the time Sasha Banks was one of the best women's wrestlers in WWE. That any woman
Absolutely.
had her best match with Sasha Banks.
Yes.
And to take that same mentality and to take that same drive and to been doing it all over the world as Mercedes Moné. And I get the notion of it is that kind of shiny new toy situation, but and this is no slight, considering the women who were always featured in AEW, it's kind of hard when you bring in somebody like a Mercedes and she doesn't shine. I mean, in essence, look what Tony had to do to be the top draw in the company. She had to completely reinvent herself and almost change the game in a sense.
Which props to her for that.
Absolutely. That was one of the best reinventions ever.
To your point, Mercedes, like you said, she outworked it. She's hot. She's on fire with multiple wrestling cultures.
Yes.
Some people try and go to Japan. Some people try and go to AAA, and then they just totally flop there.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're hot here.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fucking talent, and it should be acknowledged. So
I 1,000% agree. 1,000% agree.
Yeah.
And like I said, whether you love it or hate it, it's kind of hard to deny talent, because I know there are mad Sasha / Mercedes haters, especially when her and Naomi had walked away from the company. They was getting so much venom for when they did that. But once again, it's truly hard to deny talent.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it could look like overkill to see that she's walking around with championships. But once again,
7.
but once again, if these companies are trusting her to be this person, then why not? Then why not?
Exactly.
Like it's really like it's not like she's trash. Like it'll be a different story if Mercedes was like, how is she this popular when she don't it's not like she's a slouch in the ring.
Exactly.
Like, she gets in there and do the damn thing. Loose bars with bars. But but it really has me like questioning, like, at this point, did you go ahead and just give her the women's championship? Does she dethrone Toni Storm to go ahead and just be like, I have it all? Because if we do live in the world where she dethrones Toni Storm, then it now becomes who dethrones Mercedes.
Yeah.
Because at some point, because kind of like what Dizzle said, when Dizzle said at some point the kingdom will come crashing down, that she's gonna probably start losing the championships left and right type of energy. But it's kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm on the train of go ahead and let Mercedes beat Tony at All In. I think I'm there.
Ooh.
I think I'm there.
But
yeah, like I said, it's
I don't know if I'm there yet.
It's understandable. It's understandable.
Look. Tony can stick around, in my opinion.
Yes.
Absolutely. As a champ, like, fantastic talent that she has transformed herself into. If she starts losing if it's like Kenny Omega when he had his 6, I'm not saying that she needs to beat his record for 6 belts or whatever. I'm not saying that there's no way that she could or anything. I definitely believe that they could definitely give her, not definitely give her, but I definitely believe that she could hold those belts just as long, if not longer. That's what I'm getting at. I'm thinking it all depends on how long they want to keep that kingdom up. Because if she just drops the TBS belt like a month later or something, it's like, oh, okay, we just literally just had it just for that moment, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So depends on how long she's gonna have that.
I agree.
In my opinion.
I agree. Now that I can agree with. If they properly do it to where, okay, it makes sense for her to hold all these championships, but like you said, if she wins the AEW Women's Championship at All In, and then now just all of a sudden losing titles to where now all she's going to have is the AEW Women's Championship, then it's kind of then it's going to be slightly cheesy, because it was like, oh, she gets the big one, and now it's just like, okay, now I'm just start losing everything now. But I don't know. I guess that's going to be one match. I guess we got to see how this next month of build up goes, to where we can kind of see where they're going to go. But
I would, if I'm fantasy booking it, if I'm gonna fantasy book it, I'd rather see it to where it's the clear-cut, obvious proof.
Yeah.
Like, do it on a special night or something, but like the fantasy booking that I know will never happen in my head is like, imagine her putting up like 3 of those belts in one night.
Yeah.
Like she had to defend like at next Forbidden Door or something. She has to defend the AAA belt, the NJPW belt.
Why you saying that? That would be like interesting as hell. Like, why you saying that? That she has to pull like triple duty or something like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. That
would be interesting. But
speaking there for that 100%. But yes, continue, sir.
Speaking of some fantasy booking, did you think this fantasy booking was gonna happen? That this past Monday, it was officially announced due to a segment that we're going to get the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther defending against Goldberg.
No. He lost that G status a while ago.
Okay, well, fine. It's going to be Goldberg and Gunther. But yes,
Goldberg.
Gunther.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Hearing the music does still get me hyped for some reason, like when I was a kid.
Okay, so this was the thing, right? If we really being honest, Goldberg's music was always kind of iconic. Like, just to hear it, it's just the legend of him slowly kind of because once again, if we're the wrestling fans that transcended with wrestling as it went, you start to see Goldberg's style was like, I'ma just maybe punch you, kick you, hit you with this spear, hit you with this jackhammer, match over. And then now we're getting like Okada and Omegas, and you know, we're getting these marathon matches, and even if you're a fan of the flips or not, or even some technical masterpieces like a Danielson and a Zack Sabre Jr., like we start to get these style of matches. I mean, hell, even looking at Jasper Troy and Obafemi 2 weeks ago in NXT, though that was a big hoss fight, and it still was like entertaining to watch. And not saying Goldberg's matches wasn't entertaining to watch, but literally, if that was the whole formula.
What was it when AEW was crossing with TNA? It was Moose and I can't remember who else, but I think it was Keith Lee.
I think so.
Yeah, again, big man match, but damn, they could fucking move.
Now, I'm gonna read you some quotes from Goldberg's recent interview.
Yes.
So one of the quotes is, 50% of me is better than 99% of the pricks on the planet.
All right.
And more of what he said, everyone's saying, "Oh, Goldberg's limping to the ring. Goldberg's small. Goldberg's old. I am freaking old. What do you want me to do? Turn back the clock?" Goldberg said, he said this because he's 58. I mean, there's a couple, but I'm gonna hopefully surpass their performance. At the end of the day, I gotta surpass my performance in the past. Then he said, "I ain't more quotes.
Oh, my bad.
I ain't freaking going out the way I went out. Period. End of story. So at 58, if I have to go in there hobbled, if I have to go in there 30 pounds lighter, I don't give a shit because I have a point to make. It's a huge risk. Am I risking the legacy of Goldberg in the ring? Yeah. I mean, always. Every time you step in there, you risk that. But it's a risk versus reward. So there you go.
So what are you complaining about here, Goldberg? Like the last freaking how many freaking Saudi shows that you've been dominating everybody and everything, and then what? You had one bad match, and then you're like, nah, I'm gonna give it a year or two, and I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go
because he hadn't had a match in 2022 since 2022.
Excuse me, I'm gonna come back in 4 years. Apparently, dropping weight, and you expect to go out better than when you left,
especially at 58. Like, and don't get me wrong, I can give him credit for being 58 and still wanting to have one final match, but don't. And this is the problem I have with Goldberg. You have some type of delusion per se that you was going out there giving us classics, and I think that's the issue.
They were literally those 30-second, 3-minute, like whatever, like you just said before.
Yeah.
The thing, you see, hold on a second. Like the thing about growing up and watching Goldberg, he was Goldberg back then. His matches,
yes,
is that he was just a force of nature almost. Yes, he came in, he wrecked shit, he left. And anybody that was in that way, you had to come up with the most if you were the heel, you had to come up with the most conniving shit to stop this guy.
I mean, do you remember how Goldberg lost the streak to Kevin Nash after he was like 100 and something and 0?
Oh fuck, I forgot. God damn it. No, go ahead.
Kind of like what you just said. Scott Hall had to impersonate security, and Scott Hall had to tase him.
Yeah.
Scott Hall tased Goldberg.
Fuck, that was,
Scott Hall tased him. Then Kevin Nash hit the jackknife, and then boom, that's how Goldberg finally took his first L. So you're right. He was this force of nature that, you had to like do some nefarious shit to get him to lose. But, since the WCW days, don't make it seem like he was giving us these just.
That's classics. Cool when he's 30, when he's in his prime of his freaking life. It's not so cool and nor anywhere near believable for you to come in at 58 years old and expect anybody to believe you winning.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but no, especially against fucking Gunther. No.
Yes.
This is a lose-lose situation. If Goldberg wins, it's a bullshit win. Yeah. And also makes the title weaker.
Yes.
If he loses, he's gonna go out definitely worse than the last time he went out, and we're gonna laugh at him.
Because the only reason why this and I understand the way it's going to sound, but so be it. The reason why this match is going to be interesting is that Gunther is going to wrestle this match at such a pace that's going to benefit Goldberg, that it's going to make him look good unless he's just not that in ring shape. Because with Gunther's such slow, methodical style, it can make Goldberg look good because it's slowed down. You know, he doesn't have to go out there and try to
He doesn't
hurry
have
up.
to do flippy dippy shit.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know, Gunther is I'm gonna wear you down. I'm
Swear
gonna
to
just kick the
God,
shit
if
at
he-
you. You know,
If he gives a jackhammer to Gunther, I'm leaving. I'm just gonna turn off the damn show, bro. I don't care who wins.
I'm
Gunther.
going to be scared for Gunther if Goldberg tries to jackhammer.
What if that motherfucker blows his leg out or some shit?
Especially since you hadn't had a match since 2022. And I'm going to assume,
shows.
And I'm going to assume you haven't been ring training since 2022.
Like I said, it shows.
So I don't know. Like,
I am not the pinnacle of fitness, but I'm not paid to be. Anyways,
that is true too. And not only that too, but it's like for something that was teased and then literally and see, this is the issue I'm having. You're going to tell me this is the reason I should tune into WWE than watching All In. You're saying I should tune in to Saturday night's main event. Granted, I know it's free because it's going to be on NBC. Loose bars, but bars. It's going to be on NBC. So I don't have to worry about paying all-in prices to go watch it. But you're saying this match is supposed to be the reason that I should not watch Hangman and Moxley. Like, if you're looking at both of those on paper, Gunther versus Goldberg or Hangman versus Moxley, which one you think I want to choose? Even though we've said as of last week, we're pretty much sick and tired of the Death Riders storyline. But
I think the whole damn AEW kayfabe company is tired of the damn Death Riders at this point.
But which one do you think I really want to choose? Gunther, Goldberg, Hangman, and Moxley.
It's gonna be Hangman and Moxley, and I mean every time.
I could see if it was Gunther CM Punk, because at least I could work with this. I could work with this. But yeah, hell, I would have been better if they would have did the John Cena and CM Punk match for Saturday night's main event instead of Night of Champions. Because at least you're counteracting. It's like, ooh, Cena and Punk. Ooh, wait a minute, hold on now.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm just a wrestling fan here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here. You know.
You know what? Let me see Trish Stratus versus Lita. I'd rather watch that than this.
I agree. Speaking of Night of Champions, so Jaeger, this is our final four for the King of the Ring. And tomorrow night, so I was mistaken last week, they're going to hold the semifinals and only just the finals are going to be at Night of Champions. But tomorrow night on SmackDown, we're going to get Orton versus Zayn. And when I get to the women's, I'll mention the two women matches. But we're going to get Orton versus Zayn on SmackDown and Rhodes versus Uso on Raw. So, are we still feeling the way we still feeling last week? Zayn and probably Rhodes are going to be the last two.
I can't think of a better person for Sami Zayn to beat and get my fucking hopes up than Randy Orton.
I mean, hey.
That's genuine. Like I want Sami Zayn to fucking win this.
I can
so
see
badly.
I could see
so
it.
badly.
And
I could see them just yanking it from him at the final.
Because like I mentioned last week, if we're really looking at it, okay, Zayn's path will be towards Gunther, Rhodes' path will be towards John Cena. Mm-hmm. I don't see a world, just like how I mentioned with Seth Rollins. I don't see a world that, hey, Cody can't just straight up be John Cena, whoever comes out on top between you and Punk, I got next. You
And
know, like
nobody would
Cody,
argue.
and
Nobody would
nobody would
argue.
argue. Nobody. So that was
None.
my confusion of doing this, because it's like, I understand you possibly wanted this tournament to be star-studded and the stakes are high, but in what world? I mean, hell, Orton did it. Orton literally was like, "Hey, Cena, you won at WrestleMania Backlash, me and you." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, and he just gave it to him.
So I can't see a world where Rose can't just be like, "Cena, I want a rematch," and just call it a day.
No, but he's got that protagonist mindset where no, he's just gonna say no to me. I gotta force him.
Yeah, I gotta find a way to get the title shot, and this is how I'm gonna get it, by being king of the ring. I guess. But speaking of the men, on the women's side, the final four is set. We have Roxanne Perez and Jade Cargill, which will happen on Raw. And tomorrow night on SmackDown, we got Bliss and Asuka. I can see Bliss losing only because of her little thing she has with Charlotte.
But at the
same time, Asuka is returning, and she's returning as a House of Fire. So, but I can definitely see Bliss losing because of Charlotte, especially how Bliss won, because Charlotte had the figure 8 on Alba, if I'm not mistaken, and then Bliss hit the Sister Abigail DDT on LeRae, and she pinned LeRae right before Alba tapped out.
Damn.
Yeah. And then Charlotte, because Charlotte thought she won.
Yeah.
She didn't realize Bliss was over there, Sister Abigail DDT LeRae. So Bliss thought she won. I mean, sorry, Charlotte thought she won. And then when the music hit, Charlotte was like, "Ooh, you little." So I can definitely see Charlotte potentially playing a role in Bliss losing to Asuka tomorrow.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Especially because she's gonna have to start getting more heat on her.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not needed, because
it's fair.
Just let them.
No, but like,
yeah,
but like they think the universe loves her, you know.
That's also true too. That is also true. But yeah, so that is on the women's side. And see, even in the women's, I can see how the women's worked itself out. I can see the women's being the way it is, because yeah, you can have a Rhea Ripley being like, "Hey, I want the title." You can even have a Charlotte. I mean, hell, Charlotte has done it so many times. But at least in this case, it's more viable to have this for the women rather than the men, considering some of the talent that was in the men's King of the Ring. But yeah. Also, a thoughts and prayers will go out. So I didn't get the image in time, but a thoughts and prayers does go out to Liv Morgan. She suffered a crazy shoulder dislocation wrestling Kairi Sane, and it was the most simplest single leg takedown ever. And I guess the impact of Liv bracing herself popped her shoulder out, and my goodness,
ow.
Yeah, pretty much
just ow.
Pretty much. And reports are saying that she might need surgery, and that from that almost 6 months she could be out. And then it's crazy because somebody pointed on the internet that Liv is a 4-time women's tag champion, and this right here will most likely be the 3rd time they lost the tag team titles because of her getting injured and having to relinquish them. And it's like,
dang. Targeting. No, I'm kidding. Also,
too, thoughts and prayers have to go out to Kairi Sane as well.
Absolutely.
because Zoe Stark got injured while wrestling Kairi Sane, and then this happened. And Kairi Sane even posted on social media how apologetic and she's trying, she's not trying to injure anybody or anything like that. But it's like that has to be crazy too, to be like, okay, 2 women have gotten injured while wrestling me. Like that would weigh on my psyche as well.
I mean, you got to imagine that, like, also, like, 1,000 prayers on the internet side, because the simps out there are definitely probably tapping away on the screens.
They are. That's what they do best.
Yeah.
That's what they do best.
I'm just saying, there have been wrestlers that have stayed, or other wrestlers that have stayed despite potentially injuring more than one individual.
Yes.
I mean, was it Seth Rollins has done it, Nia Jax has done it.
Yep.
Who the fuck? Or excuse me, but yeah, who was the other one that was pretty fucking notorious about that?
I know back in the day, I literally just forgot her. Awesome Kong back in the day, back in her TNA days.
Yeah,
he was known.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the reason why she renamed one of her moves the Implant Buster, because she was busting women's implants on accident. But yeah, it's been a few, and it's like
implants have come a long way since then.
Yes, they have. And thank God for that, because especially women be fighting these days, and it would look bad.
You are not kidding.
It would look bad.
Yeah.
But all right, Jaeger, before we go ahead and wrap this thing on up for this week, what's your get it off your chest moment for you?
Oh yeah, we gonna do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. People on the internet.
Yeah, the internet.
Yeah, IWC and some deranged people. I'm really hoping that this is not like a religious IWC or watcher. But what the hell is wrong with y'all?
Seriously,
what the hell is wrong with y'all? What the hell? If you were Bart Simpson, call me fucking Homer right now. Just seriously. What the fuck? Dominic Mysterio? We're gonna argue about Dominic. We're gonna. All right, give him the backstory. I'm gonna end up rambling.
So for those who didn't know, about a month ago, there was an account that popped up called "Is Roxanne Dead Yet?" And it was somebody having death threats toward Roxanne Perez. Just recently, another random Twitter account, "Is Dom Dead Yet?" And this person, and for those who may be a little triggered, here it goes. I bought 2 sets of knives. I'm hoping to go backstage and impersonate security personnel. I'll find his locker room and carve him like a pumpkin. This is my destiny. I was born to serve my country. I love the land I was born on, and illegals like him shouldn't be used as entertainment. He's a terrorist.
Just to be clear, that was from this Is Dom Dead Twitter account.
Yep. Is Dom Dead's Twitter account. And for the person or people who did Roxanne Perez's one, it was almost similar kind of verbiage. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Fuck anybody involved with that.
Yeah.
But the people in charge that can identify who these people that are making very real threats, you need to identify these people. You need to report them to the police. You need to, what the fuck?
Because literally literally when the phrase "we can't have nothing nice" started to be a thing, this is the reason why. Because we are now in an era, and you know, let's even take this outside of just wrestling. We are in an era where we are more accessible to these celebrities, entertainers, or whatever, athletes, all of that. And we are in an age to where they can be randomly found on streets now. They can make appearances at conventions and things like this. And when you get shit like this, I can see if people be like, nah, I ain't never making an appearance again, or nah, I ain't never
I'll
making an
never go
appearance
to a
at all.
convention.
I'm never going to a convention. I'm never doing a meet and greet. I'm gonna
Honestly,
make sure.
I don't blame a single wrestler, celebrity, anything right now if they don't want to do public appearance shit right now.
At all.
Like, especially if you're like, well, by this fucking account, if you're a person of color, this is fucking terrible. Like, this
terrible.
No, this is like disgusting human behavior to see that, even like whether this is troll accounts or not, this is still this is a crime. This is an actual threat made.
Yes.
No, don't like these are the people we need to be concerned about.
Facts.
These are the people that need to be fucking institutionalized.
Facts. And for me, I'm sharing the same get it off my chest with Jaeger here, because it's the same thing. Because once again, this is something that I understand people in mental state. I mean, it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I can understand men and women's mental health awareness and this, that, and the third. But it's the second part. It's the second part. Like the first part is already crazy enough, but to then say, this is my destiny. I was born to serve my country. I love the land I was born on, and illegals like him shouldn't be used as entertainment. He's a terrorist. The fact that you're like, Dominic is a terrorist because he's Mexican.
This kid has been on American TV since he was like 8.
Yeah. His dad is from San Diego.
Yeah.
Like,
look, man, just because he had 2 dads at one point doesn't mean you can try and come after him. Sorry to try and sit. I was trying to shed a little light, but yeah.
I mean, it's wild.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's shit that this is the shit that law enforcement should be focusing on, but I'm not gonna open that can of worms. Anyways,
I agree. But yeah, people, relax. I understand you have thoughts and feelings and whatever may go. Relax. Just relax. Just chill. Relax. Enjoy the entertainment, because at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Relax.
Just hope it's not like an actual IWC member. I hope it's not really like a die-hard Liv Morgan fan saying some ridiculous shit about that.
That would make it even worse.
It would. Well, especially because, oh, hey, guess what? She had to straight up move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Earlier in June, Liv had to relocate because a stalker that was constantly stalking her was finally arrested, but yeah, she was stalked. So, oh my goodness, y'all. My goodness. IWC, what it is, what it was. Come on now.
Please, guys, act right.
Please. But thank y'all for tuning in. You know, shout outs to, of course, our other brethren, Lip Dizzle, Juggernaut, and Leo. But y'all just relax out there. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
Make it easy, man.
We're gonna try to make these TMIs kind of more short and sweet. You know, last week was us getting back into the swing of things. You know, we're gonna try to speed run these things per se, and that's a clue into the next video that you will see the two of us in. We're gonna try to speed run some things. But thank y'all for tuning in. Whether you loved it or hate it, don't forget to rate it, tag that like button, tag that comment button. Let us know down below, what do you think of Gunther and Goldberg, King of the Ring, 6 belts Moné, these crazy fans out here. And after you do all of that, make sure you tag that subscribe button. Then, of course, tag that notification bell so you can be notified for all videos that pop up on the channel. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Once again, happy Juneteenth. Happy Pride Month. Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
Love one another. Love yourself. Take care of one another and take care of yourself. And you can't see me, but I'm warming up this Too Sweet to give to my brother in arms. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. So bada 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 boom.
Bam.
Until next time, you beautiful, beautiful people out there, don't forget to tag out. Peace.
Later.